Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Ben the Bold and this is our Albion campaign. Let me introduce you to the great nation of Albion. We have taken over the entirety of the British Isles. We have a nice little foothill here in northern Gaul as well as also in a little bit of Germania. So that's going to be exciting. I do plan on expanding into Germania as well as into Gaul proper. I did just want to start out by just doing a quick look at where we are in the world. First off, I'm going to go to score, and would you look at that? It looks like the Albions are currently the #1 scored country in the game, just above Rome. So that is a huge achievement considering we started out as this tiny little Iceni tribe, and we, slowly expanded. We took over all of the north and then eventually had to declare war on a bunch of our allies in the south. I also wanted to just kind of look at our ledger and just see where we are in the world. So first of all, let's look at number of territories. We are not even anywhere near the top. Where is Albion? Oh no, we're actually what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th in the number of territories with 218. We are going to be way down there as far as number of pops at number 6. That's great. Sort by current treasury, I'm not too worried about because our treasury is huge and we're getting quite a lot. Manpower, we are up there at number 3. We could stand to build a couple more troops, but no one is going to challenge us, and having 108 cohorts is just fine. And boats, though, we are way down here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th with number of ships. Overall, though, we are a juggernaut, and we will hopefully continue to be a juggernaut as we move forward. My plan for this campaign is just to see how high I can make Albion fly. I'm going to try to take over as much land as possible. Challenge Rome, see if I can get down here and challenge Carthage. My goal is to, as I said, just see how big, how much land, how many pops I can get in Albion before the end of the time limit. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to unpause the game, and it looks like Germania needs a governor. That's fine, you have a decent finesse, and you're pretty loyal. You will be my next governor of Germania. And I can already tell that she has expansion in mind. She would like to gain more control of Germania and perhaps think about colonizing some territories. So we will see if she is successful in her endeavors. I'll go ahead and accept that trade offer. We have plenty of cash, although buying inventions is going to cost us a ton of money. We are still kind of behind in tech. Let's just take a look at where our rivals Rome are, because they truly are our rivals at this point. They are way ahead of us in tech, so we are going to have to keep teching up. Let's just check out how many research points per month we're getting. We're getting almost 70 research points per month. That is good, but not amazing. I would like that to be even more. Let's check out, see if we have any inventions that we need. State religion happiness, that's fine. I'll go ahead and keep accepting those trade routes. Oratory provincial investment. Now the oratory provincial investment is increasing the local import routes. I might think about doing that. It really, what's holding me back from a lot of the expansion I want to do is actually political influence. Speaking of expansion, in this episode we will start to keep expanding. I'm actually looking at some of these northern nations. There's nothing that this alliance block will really be able to do against me, so I'm going to go ahead and fabricate a claim there. I want your most populous city. We have no provinces. Oh, I will say I keep from the expanded view because of the color of Albion and Sassonium that I keep thinking the Sassonians are me. So let's look at the Sassonians. They have quite a few. They're guaranteeing several countries, but they're only allied to one, so obviously we're going to start fabricating claims here. It's this region that I want in particular, because I can use this as a ferry point to just move my troops back and forth between my islands to the north, the Grand Albion Islands, and the mainland. So I want to fabricate a claim on the province of Mornia, so let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Do I already have a claim on the province of Moria? Yes, I do. So I don't even need to fabricate. In that case, we are going to definitely look to go to war in this episode. I'm going to go ahead and just move some troops around. Let's get all of them ready. We have plenty of manpower, although we are losing some every month. That's going to be fine. Looks like you want some furs. I'll give you furs. You want grain. Everyone else wants grain. Oh, you want wood. I'll go ahead and do that. All the grain, though, I'm going to not accept, at least for the time being. I will accept the fish request, though. And you, can I move you somewhere where you're not going to take attrition? No. I will need to do a little bit of work in Gaul to make this a little bit more navigable for some of my armies. Increasing the civilization value is going to help. Increasing, because doing that is going to increase the pop capacity, which I actually might need to think about doing that now. I'm going to go ahead and convert this into a city. I'll go ahead and accept that offer, some more fish. Alright, so I'm going to lose some money here. I think that's going to be okay. Or I have another chance to just lose 10 loyalty in my steward. I'm going to lose 10 loyalty in my steward and instead look into the inventions I can get. I'm going to maybe... I have a feeling I want to do a lot of boat building. Naval maintenance down would be good as well. I'm going to go ahead and do build costs down. That should help me because I plan on doing a lot of building in the near future. Because I would like to go ahead and... Let's, you are going to expand pretty rapidly because your migration attraction is huge. So let's go ahead and build some libraries here. 3 libraries, that's going to pump up the citizen ratio. That's good. I'm going to keep increasing national citizen output. That is great. Go ahead and accept those trade offers for wood. Looks like I have several disloyal characters. That's not amazing, including my own brother. How dare he? Well, he is the... Yeah, he's my brother, so... Let's go ahead and arrange him a marriage, just to see, just so he maybe has something else to occupy his mind. I think I'm going to go with you. You seem fine. Let's look at my ruler for a second and see his children. You, I want to arrange a marriage here. Let's go with you. You're 25. Are you decent? I wouldn't mind someone with good charisma. You're 23. You have decent charisma. Alright, I'm going to pick you. And I am going to go ahead and pay that huge dowry, just because I think she's going to be a decent consort for my hopeful next heir. And we will keep on keeping on. Just in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and fabricate another claim. I think this one will be on whatever Velk. Did I choose the right one? No. Oh, yeah, I fabricated a claim on this Velucassium. Well, it'll be fine. It's going to help me in the long run. All of these are for grain. I'll do the fish. Looks like the Armenian Civil War has ended. Let's go ahead and just check out what that means for Armenia. It means they're still pretty fractured compared to what they once were. They, at one point, controlled most of this territory. Now they are kind of limited just to the eastern side. But still, at least their civil war is over. Maybe they will pose a threat to the all of these successor states of the Seleucid Empire, or which is now the Persian Empire. However, I have a feeling that Partha is going to come in and gobble up a lot of that. Unfortunately, Bactrim, it seemed to be a primary contender for taking over the mantle of the Seleucid Empire, although it also does not seem to be having the greatest game. Do you know who is having the greatest game, though? The Albions. And of course, we do need to worry about how our research rate is going. We're now getting 73.16, so we are really increasing that research ratio pretty quickly, but of course we can do it faster. We can become better researchers. I think I'm going to build a few more cities as well in this episode. Maybe just look at some of my population centers, and I think I definitely know that I want some cities up here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this. Well, I guess I need a little bit more political influence. I'll just wait for 1 month to tick. And I'm going to go ahead and found a city here. Alright, that month is almost ticked by, and there it is. I'm going to go ahead and found that city. Perfect. What is this? Can I not? Maybe because it only has slaves? Why is it horizontal lines like that? Unfortunately, for this man, I think it is time for the Icenia to go ahead and declare war on them. Their allies are going to be called in. I'm not super worried about their... Oh my goodness, maybe I should be worried about their allies because they have 55 cohorts. Yes, that is a big nation, especially for a settled tribe. However, they have 0 martial advances. I am really not too worried about them, not in the slightest. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I go to full army maintenance. I'm still making just buckets of ducats, even to have full army maintenance. Let's go ahead and just add on a couple more troops to this army. I think I'm going to just round it out and add on maybe, because the territories I'm going to go and attack are... Oh, looks like we have some pirates. That's okay. We've had pirates all game. They haven't really done that much damage to us. I think I'm actually going to leave this at 15,000 troops, and I'm going to go ahead and just build up some more. Let's do just some skirmishers. I'm going to build 5 skirmishers. We're just going to make another sieging type army. I think with my tech level, I don't really have to worry about anything anyone else can throw against me. I'll have my high priest lose a couple loyalty. That's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and declare this war. Take the land that we rightfully claim. And look at that. Immediately our forts are going to take control of those 3 provinces. Let's move this army in to the port city of Gessoricum. I'll just pretend that I said that correctly. Let's move you here. Let's move you down here. No, let's move you there. Let's move this army of 10,000 men here. And you can come all the way to Chimericum. Chimericum, I like the name of that. I'll go ahead and do naval maintenance costs down, since I do plan on building a rather large navy. Maybe I'll go ahead and start doing that, adding a couple... Let's just do 5 ships to that navy. And right away we go ahead and start to take plenty of their territory. They are going to bring in some troops. Who are you? You are... looks to be your main forces. Again, I'm not super worried about them. I'm going to bring this cavalry stack. Looks like more pirates. I'm going to bring this cavalry stack down. I'm going to go ahead and move you here. And go ahead and set you back. Nope. If we want to play this this game, I can play that game. Really, I'm just trying to give my army more time to come down here. You are extremely loyal. That's good. Looks like I, once again, just have options for more and more trade. Most of that is wanting grain, though. Looks like we have some barbarians. That's okay. Nope. Let's go to the barbarian location. That's okay. I intentionally left this army of 16,000 up here to deal with that. I'm actually going to try something. Let's see what happens if I put them on defend borders. No, fight rebel. Yeah, no. If I hit fight rebels, is that going to launch them into place? No, it does not appear so. So barbarians are not counted as rebels. What about defend borders? There you go. Now you're going to attack. That's going to be perfect. Now I don't have to worry about you. Independent operations. I really should go ahead and play around with that maybe a little bit more, especially as Albion continues to grow, because eventually I'm hoping to have so many armies that I may not necessarily want to control every single one of them. And I haven't played around with the independent operations a ton in Imperator, but I do think it is a really cool feature that I kind of want to try. It's just, I feel like in the end, I'm probably a little bit better at moving my armies around than the AI. Of course, we'll have to see how this war goes. I'm not too worried, especially because we have such a tech advantage. Let's go ahead and start thinking about our next military tradition. I like that strike from afar, that archer offense up, especially since I already have archer forest combat up 33%, so that's good. Or, of course, I could just keep going down this center line. I'm not worried about light infantry cost at all. Archer defense is fine. Light infantry defense would be good. Heavy infantry defense, though, sounds great on paper. Do I have any other buffs for heavy infantry? I might need to think about going ahead and getting the heavy infantry defense up, because eventually I'm hoping to come into contact with some of the more civilized nations, as well as some of where they're going to have much larger armies, and those armies are going to be filled with heavy infantry. They will basically be able to support the heavy infantry a little bit better than a lot of these Gallic tribes can. So I think I'm going to go ahead and continue on with, although I could just get that archery offense. That would be good too. Archery offense plus 15%. I could really help me win the early stages of a lot of battles. But the staying power of the heavy infantry is good enough for me to want to go ahead and take that. So I will go ahead and take that. Let's check out the barbarians. They're going to take this land. They're going to reduce its... unfortunately, they are going to reduce its civilization level. Can't be helped at this point. Really, as long as my forts up here don't get taken and they can keep becoming more and more civilized, the chances for barbarians should continue to go down. Let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, like, I mean, here, that's very low, I think. Although, I guess this is the army that spawned from there. Well, we'll see what happens. I just know that I need to increase civilization to, if I want, in this area, if I want these to stop spawning barbarians every couple of years, which is what they have done, and it's been very annoying. Looks like they are willing to take this fight. Let's go ahead and move in these 18,000 troops. Oh, we're going to win that without any problems. They have pillaged. They've decreased the civilization value by 17. That is huge and not great. Looks like our army here, even though they are outnumbered, is not going to have any problems, although actually they are starting to lose more and more men. I wonder why that is. Oh, and it looks like they have defeated one of my small boats. Let's go to that. Let's see if we can... catch their fleet. I'm going to say that that was their mistake for wanting to... Well, I guess they had to send their fleet out because I took their only port. I should have been a little bit more on guard and had my fleet blockading that so that they could not have retreated the way they did. Alright, and indeed, we actually lost more men than they did here. They, of course, did have more men, so I'm going to say it was kind of a wash. I can replace those men. They really probably can't. I mean, and they had a really great general on their side. Let's actually take a look at their manpower. Yeah, they only have 14,000 men. I'm okay taking casualties against them. Let's leave the sieging army and go ahead and move you off to come defend our borders a little bit. You can move back there. You're mostly a defending army at the moment. Looks like we're going to take some slave. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want to do. I want more and more slave pops to be moved to Venta. As that's happening, I might think about actually changing some of these governor policies back to culture conversion, because I don't really love the idea of 37 Belgae. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just build another theater that's going to help them culture convert just a little bit faster. Help that assimilation speed. Just a little bit. And of course, we're getting more and more offers for our grain. Right now, I'm not really interested in trading away my grain. I've got another 5,000 men here. They have no leader. For now, that's going to be fine. Let's take a look. How are these barbarians doing? They seem to still be running around. I haven't caught up with them, although I'm sure this army will eventually. I'm not really worried about the barbarians. They just probably don't have the tech to be able to keep up with my army. Plus, my army should be better composed than them, hopefully. Looks like we are going to finally catch up to their navy. And we are going to crush it without any real problems. In fact, hopefully we gain some ships. In fact, yes, we do. We gained 2 boats. And we have captured one of their generals. Let's go ahead and move our fleet back into port. Looks like they are willing to come attack us again. As soon as they're movement locked, I'm going to move my army in as well. Let's go ahead and move them in. This army is going to try to catch these 5,000 men, although I'm not going to have my hopes too high. We are going to very easily take care of this army. And once we defeat them, our morale should reset by quite a bit. You are becoming very popular. Is that impacting your loyalty? It is a little bit. Oh, she's also plotting something. This scheme cannot be stopped. She's trying to scheme. What is she planning? I wonder. Anyway, she's very loyal at the moment, although her loyalty is going down. I'm not going to worry about her. She's 64. By the time she gets down to that 33 mark, when she would become disloyal, she's probably going to be dead. We have one, so our morale should jump back up. I'm a little worried about these 30,000 troops, although I have a feeling if we can defeat their... Who is this? This is this country. The Biturigians. I have a feeling if we can beat the Biturigians, their army will probably be forced to retreat all the way back here. If we can just keep slapping them back to Biturigia every so often, we're not going to have any issues. Looks like 7,000 men are going to come and try to retake some of the land that I have rightfully taken. How can I... Oh, you're not part of this war. Unfortunately, we have had a death. Who is this? Anyone important? She was a member of some family. Oh, maybe she was our high priest. Yeah, Ria was our high priest. I'm going to need to go ahead and launch some of my armies into this melee. I'm feeling good. We should win this first fight unless they can get more troops and reinforce quickly. They have about 10,000, maybe actually 11,000 troops coming in, although I have 30,000 troops within striking distance. We will see what happens there. Let's go ahead and assign a new high priest. This is going to help our omen power a little bit. I'm going to click on her because she will help our omen power and she's a little bit more loyal. Yeah, now she's got 97 loyalty. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and win this battle, shall we? Yeah, that's going to reset our morale once again. Or maybe not fully reset it, but we are in much better situation. It's going to pop our morale way up. And, as I said, we're going to have plenty of troops to come in. And look, we don't even need these 30,000 men. That was a full-on stack wipe. That was huge. Let's move you, actually, to here. Oh, I guess our full-on stack wipe was actually here. And I bet it was a mercenary army. So when this mercenary army comes in, we will make sure to smack it down as well. Let's see, any other inventions that I know I'm going to want? Naval morale recovery might be good. Ship damage shaken. Although I'm not really worried about anyone on the high seas. You are still coming here. Let's just... I'm going to see what they do, because this army can't really do anything until it takes this fort. So I think by the time it takes this fort, surely this army in their defend borders posture will come and attack them. I might think about building another fortress up in the north. Looks like I'm going to take some slaves, send them to Venta. Always a good thing to do. We have taken just massive casualties here at the at this fortress at Vero Mandurum. But in the end, we are going to take this fort. I can just tell. They really have nothing that can stop us at this point. I'm just going to try to shadow this mercenary army with this force. We have completely taken control of the war goal, so that's good. We should start getting a ticking war score, and indeed we are. And in the meantime, we're just going to keep taking territory and hopefully sending slaves back to Albion. Looks like our city has finished construction. Up here? No, this is this city down here. That's good. Oh, we have a chance to gain some loyalty as long as the Emperor remains a general. Oh, interesting. As long as the Emperor remains a general, Bilicia will accompany him in battle. I wonder what that means. Cool. I wonder if that means she can, like, die in battle, or if... Let's go ahead and take out that mercenary army. They have 0 morale. That should be a stack wipe. Oh, I need this fort to finally fall, and indeed it has. That's going to allow me to move quickly in and try to take that last fort. Unfortunately, we took just horrendous casualties to the second warband. Is that who you are? Oh, and they did indeed actually take the land. That's okay. It just gives me another shot to maybe take some prisoners. Although I'm probably going to take this land anyway, so moving prisoners from one place to another doesn't help a ton. Yep, but indeed they sent them to Venta. It looks like we did defeat the barbarians. They were completely and utterly crushed. And you have done your duty, the 4th warband. More and more slaves to the mainland. Alright, it looks like they are going to march 22,000 of their soldiers into their capital, trying to keep us from sieging it down to finish this fight. In the end, though, I'm not worried. I'm going to go ahead and march them in. That's going to change us to most likely winning. They should get there in plenty of time. And actually, there's another 14,000 troops coming in from the south. But I don't even think they're going to make it there in time. Alright, they are moving all of... This is the hill that they apparently want to die on, which I understand it is their capital. I'm going to go ahead and move my forces in as well. They are just going to keep throwing bodies at this fight. I am too. I'll move these 2,000 in. We actually might lose this war unless they can get there in a hurry. Let's see if they make it. They have a vanquished consort. What does this mean? Oh! A messenger brings word from the army of the Emperor. In their ignominious battle with our foes, Consort Bilica stayed at the side of our Emperor, giving counsel with his generals and providing an extra pair of eyes as the battle unfolded before hurtling into the fray with companion cavalry. Our defeat is being blamed on her, and by extension, our decision to allow someone like her to help command in battle. However, the messenger also regretfully reports that Bilica took a chance arrow to the neck and was killed instantly. She knew the risks. Oh no! Does that mean our wife is dead? This is not good. This is not good at all. Our wife... She was the consort and wife. Yeah, she is dead. And we are defeated. Our other army could not arrive in time. Which, it bodes poorly because they are going to have to take on 37,000 troops. Let's see if they can do it. I don't think they can. They do have the... They are being led by our general, or by our emperor. He is not the most amazing military mind. Let's go ahead and move in some other generals as well. Let's take a look. I'm going to cheese this a little bit, see what tactic they're using. Alright. And so when the second warband comes into the territory, the general here, will be the better general. So she will take command. You have the turtle. So I want to change into something that is good against the turtle. What's good against the turtle? Skirmishing. I'm already in skirmishing. That's going to be fine. Let's move this force in. There's, again, 36,000. We are vastly outnumbered. We're taking huge and heavy casualties. But now, hopefully, the fact that we... Oh, who are you? You have 5,000 men. I don't want to move you in yet. Hopefully now that we have the tactics advantage... I don't really want to move those 4,000 troops in. We're going to lose this. And unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and pull off. They are going to retreat. And we have actually suffered a calamitous defeat. Let's go ahead and arrange a marriage, though. Go ahead, find you a good wife. You are 50. You'll help us out a little bit. Let's select you. Let the festivities begin. We need a new governor for Caledonia. Let's see. You're decent, but you have bad loyalty. I think I'm going to go with you. Urca. Good job, Urca. And let's see. I know that I can keep fighting this war, and I will win. Oh, yeah, I definitely want to keep fighting this war, because I eventually want to... Well, actually, let's go ahead, see what peace deal we can make, because I do kind of have to still worry about that aggressive expansion. So I know I'm going to want their land in the north. I want that province as well. They will accept that. That's only going to be 4 aggressive expansion. So this is actually where they will draw the line. They will let me have the territory I've claimed, but they don't want anything else. Let's see about their reasons. Alright, so... Yeah, man, if we had only won that battle, if our reinforcements had gotten there just a few more days early, we would have been in great shape to force them into a pretty humiliating peace deal. If I take this deal, we are going to have a truce for quite some time. And I do want to keep expanding, but I also don't really want to get too much aggressive expansion, because where I really want to expand is right here along the northern coast before moving south. So I think what I'm going to do, since I've already fabricated a claim on Caleta, I'm going to go ahead and accept this peace deal. That way, I will pull my armies back just temporarily. They will regain some of their manpower. I still have 85,000 troops to spare. Plus, I gain almost 700 every single month. We're in great shape as far as manpower goes. I'm not worried about the Sassonians or the Beturgians challenging me at this point. I just am not. I'm not worried about any of these Gallic tribes challenging me. The only thing that could maybe pose a real challenge is if they all were to team up with each other, which they seem reluctant to do because they are also infighting with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this peace deal with the expectation that very soon we are going to keep moving and try to take Caletia. So let's go ahead and hit that OK button. Perfect. I am happy with this. I have several black flagged armies. I'm going to go ahead and just move them out to the proper locations. I would like to go ahead and turn this into a city. Let's do it. With the port, it should grow very rapidly. Let's, you're already moving out. Let's move you back. You're already moving back. Alright, so our armies are on the way back into our territory. This is probably where I'm going to have to end it today. I have some guests coming over. We're having a pasta dinner night, so I need to go ahead and get ready for that. So this is where I'm going to unfortunately have to end it for today. But Albion has expanded a little bit in this episode. We've done a little bit of internal politicking. I might have to spend a little bit of time next episode before declaring war to just kind of solidify all my governor policies. I know that there's probably some I need to change. For instance, I think I'm going to change this from social mobility. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Change it from social mobility to cultural assimilation. I have just so many I just have so many pops from the mainland who I've pushed back to Venta as slaves that I really need to go ahead and convert some of them, which my assimilation rate is very high, especially now that I've ticked that policy. So we'll be in good shape there. But anyway, I might need to just go through and figure out some of the internal politics of my nation before I concentrate too much on expanding, although I do want to take as much of Gaul as possible before the Romans do, because eventually I do see Rome as being my biggest threat, at least at the moment. I also might be looking to get into the colonization game, moving up into the modern-day Netherlands, and eventually, once bordering some of these Germanic tribes, trying to take them as well. Either way, Albion shall rule all. Albion already rules the British Islands. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a ton of fun with this campaign. It's just really allowing me to just kind of see where I can take this once really small tribe, and, well, Albion can into space. Hopefully they will be very well teched up soon, as well as take over. Honestly, I would love it if they could take over pretty much all of Western Europe. We'll see what happens, though. You should subscribe if you want to see how far we can go and take this journey with me. I've been Ben the Bold. You have been you. And I hope you're having a great day. And I'll bring you more great Icenia into Albion Rules the World content tomorrow.